Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I will be discussing what I thought of that very surprising but very good mid-season finale for AMC's Fear the Walking Dead. The mid-season finale dropped tonight. Please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled episode review. If you're not caught up on Fear the Walking Dead by this episode or the past couple episodes, do not keep watching or listening as we will be going into spoilers. So you have been warned. That being said, wow. This was quite an episode. You know, there are a couple moments there where, I was afraid to breathe for Morgan's sake, for John's sake, for Alicia's sake. And then there were quite a few surprises. And then there were some moments that felt kind of shocking, but at the same time, it's like, we've seen this before. I'm not 100% convinced that she's dead. And let me explain that. Oh, spoiler, by the way, in case you're not aware, this is a spoiler-filled review. One of the things I really enjoyed a lot was how Morgan has now resolved this internal conflict, whether he wants to be alone or whether he wants to be with people. And I think being thrown into the mix of these different characters, Naomi, John, the survivors from the stadium, anybody else he's come across, I think he's finally figured out that he does indeed need people. He belongs with people. No matter where he is or what he's doing, he needs to be around people because he needs people and they need him. So I'm glad that Morgan's arc is not come to an end necessarily, but the part of this chapter in his story is now complete. Like, now he knows he belongs with a group. As tragic as it was to see Madison's unconfirmed fate, I was so relieved to see that our man, John Dory, ladies and gentlemen, survived. Yay! John Dory is a survivor. There's no way in hell they're going to kill him. He's a brand new character. Please don't kill John. Please don't kill John. Please, please, please. He's such a good character. Anywho, yeah, I was really happy to see him alive. But you know what? The stakes in this episode were so high, trying to save John's life while trying to avoid walkers and gunfire from a very angry, very vengeful Alicia. You know, she really took a dark turn in this episode, but Morgan was able to bring her back into the light and make her realize that this is not who she is, that she's not a bloodthirsty murderer. And I think she realized that herself, and I think the bloodlust was just covering the grief that she's feeling for the loss of her brother and her mother. And speaking of loss of mother, you know, this is not the first time we have seen a major character, quote-unquote, die in a blazing fire. Need I remind you of another mid-season finale a few years ago? Yes, remember the mid-season finale for Season 2 when Daniel burnt down that barn full of walkers? We thought he was incinerated along with it. Nope, he came back halfway through Season 3, much to everyone's surprise, shock, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that happen with Madison. You know, granted, we did not see walkers rip into her. They were surrounding her on either side, and she did light the place on fire, so she very well could have easily burned. But I also feel like with the leading character like Madison, if you are going to kill her, you're going to give her an on-screen death, which is why I believe she is still alive. And unfortunately, we may see her die for real before the end of the second half of Season 4. So even though there's a strong possibility that she very well could be dead by the end of this episode, from what Alicia and Luciana and Strand all collectively told Al and the audience, she very well could be dead, but I wouldn't count my eggs until they've hatched, if you know what I mean. I'm still going to hold out for Madison for the rest of the season. I'm going to see if she makes a surprise appearance or not. And if not, that's a hell of a way to go. I mean, she did the old Jurassic Park tactic with waving the red flare and getting the huge walker herd to follow her into the stadium. And not only was she saving everybody's lives, but she was doing what any good mother would do. She was giving her kids a chance to get away. She was making sure her kids would stay alive. She put their safety above her own, which is what I think any good mother, any good parent would do. So not only as a leader did she succeed, but as a mother as well. And I think that really says a lot. And I liked the story she told about her kids nursing the bird back to health, and how that's one thing she'll never ever forget from the pre-apocalypse days. And those are the kind of people she wants her kids to be. And she realizes that they don't need a home. It would be preferable if they had a home, but they don't need a home in order to be good people. So I'm glad to see that her death was not without meaning. Although I must say, if they did kill her, I am a little disappointed that she did not get to meet Morgan, because of all the characters I was hoping Morgan was going to cross paths with. He met Nick, he's met Strand, Alicia, and Luciana. I was really, really hoping he'd meet Madison, like one of the principal cast members from Walking Dead meets the lead character from Fear. That would have been a really cool meeting. Now, it may very well still be up in the air, because again, Madison's fate is somewhat confirmed, or unconfirmed, I mean. So who knows? The possibilities, I think, are pretty good that she could return. Excuse me. So overall, though, great mid-season finale. It had walkers, it had explosions, it had a cool little gun battle, even though it was kind of disheartening to see the two groups shoot at each other. Eventually, everybody did come full circle, come back together once Alicia calmed down and realized Naomi wasn't necessarily the fault or at cause for Nick or Madison's presumed deaths. And everybody seems to have forgiven Charlie, realized that she was just a kid. Although, we may not know that yet. We may see some tension come to surface between her and Luciana, so only time will tell. But thank goodness John is alive. He survived this episode. For that, I am very, very grateful. I'm also grateful for Morgan as well, that he survived, because there was a while there where I thought Alicia would be like, okay, and just shoots right through him, killing him, and then shoots and hits Naomi, killing her. That would have been dark even by Walking Dead standards, although I could totally see them doing that too, but fortunately that did not come to pass. I love that Morgan takes on the mantle of mediator or negotiator. He's a great peacekeeper. And now the exciting part is, where do our characters go from here? We've got this ragtag group of survivors from different groups, the Stadium group, Charlie from the Vultures, loners like Naomi, Morgan, and John now thrown in the mix. All these characters are together, and now the potential for more amazing stories is out there, and it is exciting. Will they continue to find a new sanctuary, a new place to live, or will they just try their luck on the road? And who will be their new enemies? You've always got to have an antagonist in these kind of shows. Mel is dead. Most of the vultures are gone. I doubt there are any vultures left. So it makes you wonder, what kind of stories do they have in store for us in the second half of Season 4? That is going to be exciting. We do not have a return date as of yet. The promo that I saw said that the show will return in August. We will probably get a premiere or a return date for Season 4 next month when Comic-Con comes to San Diego, and we will probably get a trailer for the second half of Season 4 of Fear the Walking Dead, which will undoubtedly give us a premiere date for the rest of the season. So that is exciting. I am loving the hell out of this season. This is by far the best season of the series, possibly topping Season 1, which I thought was amazing. You know, this season has just been one knockout after another. I love the pace that they're going, the track that they're on. Thank you so much, Ian Goldberg and Andrew Chambliss. You guys are rock stars. Cast and crew of the show, you guys are all amazing. Keep up the good work. So what did you guys think of this mid-season finale? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Were you expecting more, expecting less? Please feel free to leave your thoughts, opinions, and feedback down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos. And oh my god, I almost forgot. How about that opening scene where it turns out Al has already met and knows Madison? That was pretty shocking. That was pretty cool too. Although I understand why neither one of them mentioned the other, because they didn't really get each other's names from either group. But that's okay. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool and shocking to see those two meet each other after all this time. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching again. Have a great rest of the night. Don't forget to subscribe. Fear the Walking Dead Season 4 returns to AMC this August. Stay tuned for a premiere date. Have a good one. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.